Hello, welcome back to my channel and to the sty in my eye. Oh my god, you guys, I'm dying over this right now. I'm headed to a meeting and I had to message him and be like, hey, by the way, I have a sty in my eye. I'm gonna be wearing glasses and I don't want to talk about it. He's like, what's sty in your eye? And I'm like, exactly, you get it. Oh gosh, I think honestly I got this from not washing my makeup brushes in a long time, which is disgusting, I realize. I just I don't know, I just hadn't had time, I forgot about it. I think that's what this is from. So this is your reminder to wash your makeup brushes. But also then I had a mom friend message me, sorry, I'm trying to get my lip gloss out, message me and be like, hey, I got those both times postpartum. So I don't know if it's a hormonal thing as well. So anyways, it is what it is. It takes a confident gal to show up to a meeting with a sty in her eye. That confident gal is not me, but I gotta go to this anyways, so let's go. Oh, by the way, you're probably like, where's your child? My child is being cared for 4 hours, so I have 4 hours to be a childless sty carrying lady. What will I do at that time? Probably think about my child and look at pictures of her, but also vlog with you. Let's do it. All right, I'm back. Now it just looks like I have a black eye at this point. This is wild. So I guess the cure is a hot compress, which I haven't been great at doing. And then some people think Earl Grey tea bag on there. Yeah, tea bag, my face. Yeah. Or eye drop, certain sty eye drops, or going to the dermatologist and getting an ointment for it. The word ointment is gross. And I don't feel like going to the dermatologist unless I absolutely have to. I do feel like a little dinosaur is gonna hatch out of there at some point, which I guess if that happens, then I would be a science anomaly, and maybe then I would become a millionaire. So at that point, it's probably worth it. But I was lucky today because my meeting was outside the whole time, and so I got to wear sunglasses literally the whole time. I was sweating because I was wearing this adorable sweatshirt, but definitely worth it. By the way, mom problems. Every left shoulder of mine now, whatever I'm wearing, is always full of drool. Annie has become such a drooler. It's adorable and so gross. So gross. Oh my god, you guys, look. Look at these cute little booties. I think I've shown these before. These are from Bibs. They sent me these, but we've been wearing them a lot and they're just so cute. Anyways, going back to this sweatshirt, I love this. This is one of my rentals from Nuuly. I was gonna do a full Nuuly try on, but I just haven't. I just haven't. Too busy complaining about the sty in my eye. But I thought this was so cute. I love the color. Who knew orange was a color that I could pull off? Really into it. And I just feel like it's such a fun fall sweatshirt. It's one of those ones and I'm like, should I buy this? But I feel like the good thing about Nuuly is that once you get sick of something, you just get something new. And I feel like this is one of those kitschy things that eventually I'm gonna be like, I don't really need to wear that ever again. You know what I mean? Okay, that's a little bit better. Yesterday was our second anniversary, our wedding anniversary. Jeff and I have been together for almost 6 years, which is insane, but we just celebrated our anniversary and he got me the most incredible flowers and I feel like they warrant a close-up. Look at this arrangement, folks. This is this just screams me. I'm not exactly sure what he asked for when he went, because he said this is what he asked for, but I know probably yellow was part of his requirements. And then these little daisies, because my bouquet was made out of these little daisies. I just think that is so gorgeous. If you're in Los Angeles, I believe the place is called Wild Flora, and they just do these insane arrangements. So gorgeous. I'm not about wasting money. I hate buying things just to buy things, especially I don't know, gifts that you don't really need, but flowers, flowers literally, even though they don't last forever, they bring me so much joy. And whenever Jeff gives me flowers, literally my heart flutters. I just love them so much. So I was really grateful for that. Thanks, Jeff. And we are going to attempt a date. Jeff's birthday is coming up, so we're kind of doing a combined anniversary birthday parents night out soon. So I will keep you informed of that. We haven't done that in a while, and I feel like it's just it's gonna be good for us. It is really hard. Real talk for a second, I just saw someone posting about this. It is really hard to find time for yourself and to remember who you are when you first become parents, and probably forever. And obviously we're becoming new versions of ourselves, and I'm so grateful for that, but it's definitely like such an adjustment to your life and to your relationship. And so like Jeff and I had a really like, you know, a good thing going. We still have a good thing going, but I mean, like, we had our routines, and we had like, you know, our date nights, and we had just, we were in a groove essentially. And then Annie came along, and like now we're establishing a new groove, but we also need to establish like our groove as a husband and wife, aside from just being parents, because I feel like it's really easy, and we've heard this from so many people, just to become co-parents and like partners, because you have to team up. This is, God bless single parents. Seriously, I have like the most respect for single parents, the hardest job of all times, and I could not do this without Jeff. And so I think we are really getting in a groove in terms of being parents, and so we are reestablishing and making sure that we now like are tending to husband and wife. And so date night and celebrating our anniversary and Jeff, and you know, doing that is like mandatory. And so I saw someone posting about that, about like, it's so easy to forget to work on that part of your life and that part of you and your relationship, and to just like make yourself aware of like, and give yourself space to go ahead and take time to do that as well. I was doing a group therapy session this week. You know, I've been popping in and out of postpartum groups, and I found a postpartum group specifically for traumatic births, and it was so wonderful, which is a weird thing to hear from me because I have expressed it before. I'm not super comfortable in group settings. This one was on Zoom, and it was with like through an organization that I really like, and I, for the first time, kept my camera on and talked like a lot. And I cried, as you do, or as I do rather. I think I was the, maybe one other girl cried in the thing. I don't know how people like don't cry while they like tell their stories. Like I guess I'm just like super emotional. But one of the women in there was like, oh, she hadn't been in there for a long time because she had just had her kid, but she was saying, trying to find the balance, of like taking time to make sure her and her husband were doing stuff, just the two of them, even if that means just like putting the baby down in a safe space and you know, cuddling on the couch for 5 minutes. And I thought that was beautiful, so just passing that along. Also, I went to the local beauty store today and picked up a few face products because I haven't had a moment to go get a proper facial, which is where I get my normal face products. Excuse me, but look how cute this lady is. Look how cute she is. I've been talking about my skincare for a long time, and I have been using the same products pretty much since I was 15. I've been going to the same woman to get facials since then, and she like literally just has saved my skin. And it is expensive to get facials, but first of all, I've been going to her forever, so she cuts me like a major deal. She like hasn't raised the rates since like I was 15. She's like a second mom to me. She's a wonderful, amazing woman. Anyways, but what was I gonna say? Oh, I've saved so much money in the long run because one, I don't do like fillers or anything like that. Again, I've talked about this before, not that there's anything wrong with that if that's like your jam, but I've just been, consistency for me, and I've been blessed with pretty good genes, has helped in terms of me not having to spend a lot of money on that kind of stuff. And also because I've been using the same face products forever, I don't spend money on trying new face products and then like not using them. So, you know, I don't waste a lot. But the products that I do use are expensive, but you use so very little. Anyways, I used Futomir. It's an amazing line that comes out of Paris, I believe. Somehow I got on their mailing list, like their PR list, and I'm so grateful. This year, or today, what was yesterday, a package came and I was so excited because I was like, I need face cream so bad. I'm so out of it. And I haven't had time to go get a facial and also like pay for a facial right now. And it came and it was a gorgeous package. I should share it. I'll show you in a second. But it was body lotion, which I'm happy to have, but like, girl, she needs face cream. So I had a moment to go to the local beauty supply store that carries not Futomir, but Yon-Ka, which is another line that I use. Those are the two lines I've been using forever and swear by. Again, very, very pricey, but you use so very little. And in the long run, you're not buying like a million different products and trying them and throwing them out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I've repeated myself like 18 times. I've been up since 4:45 a.m. Because of the time change. I hate daylight savings. I used to love this one. This one used to be my favorite because you gain an hour and it's bright in the morning. But with a child who just started kind of getting into a groove of sleep patterns, is a nightmare because now she is up at 4:45 and there's like no turning back. So I'm a little like cracked out. Anyways, okay, so these are the two products I ended up getting. This is the Age Defense Yon-Ka Creme 93. This is for a balancing combination skin. They had one for dehydrated skin, which I do feel like my skin, even though it looks very hydrated, I think is ultimately dehydrated. So it's like overproducing a little bit of oil. But I ultimately went with Creme 93 because it's just on like probably the most neutral of the creams that they have. So this is just like a daily moisturizer. And then I needed an exfoliant so bad. I haven't exfoliated my skin in so long, almost longer than I haven't cleaned my makeup brushes. So if this gives you any indication, now you know. This is their Guarana scrub. It's just it's purifying, exfoliating friend. And I use this and then I use like a hydrating mask. So these were my two very expensive purchases for today. The good thing about the beauty supply store that I go to is that they have a punch card. Guys, I love a punch card, and it's like one of those really good ones that I think if you spend, you get like $50 off after you like fill out the whole thing, which is incredible. And then Jeff is going to take some new headshots tomorrow. So I got him these little eye patches. I haven't tried this brand. I was so overwhelmed because they had so many different versions. But I thought the green tea for the dark circle under all new parents' eyes. I don't see them on Jeff, but he says he needs them. So I got him these. I will report back on how this works. I posted something on Instagram today about drinking coffee like really early in the morning and how much I hate daylight savings, and the amount of people that have responded, like parents who have responded, is so funny. My friend wrote, oh, these 5 a.m. wake ups are killing me. And I was like, oh, I've had 2 cups by 6. And then she goes, I'm on my second lunch and it's 1 o'clock. I get that. I get that. I feel that deep. I kind of want to do a Q&A, but sometimes I get a little embarrassed on Instagram to put up a Q&A. Like, is that so basic? But I like personally love watching Q&As. So let me know if you want me to do that. Hello. It's been several hours. I ended up having to wear, I almost said corny. I call Annie corny all the time. It's a problem. I had to wear her for the last nap. She went down for like a half hour, which was really good. But I know if I wear her, she'll sleep for another like solid hour. And I'm trying to get her to extend her naps right now so that we get back onto like a somewhat of a schedule with daylight savings. It's ridiculous. It's only an hour difference, but like it makes such a difference. And sorry, I dropped something. Even with Corny, she was like begging for dinner at like 3 o'clock. She usually eats at 5. I don't know, something about it getting dark, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I'm setting up a little thing for Jeff for him to get home. He has his little photo shoot tomorrow, and I'm so excited for him. Okay, he is a writer, and I'm gonna blush about him right now. I'm so proud of him. He is a writer and a comedian and a teacher, and he just has a lot of really cool stuff going on, and he needs new, like, pictures of himself for like press releases and announcements, and you know, it's just good to have. And like, he was like, I don't know, it's kind of sad to use my old headshots. I look so much younger because I was so much younger. And so he's getting new pictures tomorrow, but getting new pictures is so stressful, especially if you're not like an actor. Well, it's stressful if you're an actor, but when you're an actor or like an influencer or whatever, you're used to being in front of a camera. But when you're like a writer, you're not so used to being like on camera. And so he's like all nervous and stuff. So I just steamed his shirts. And I got him, like I showed you, these little eye patches. So I wrote him a little note trying to hype him up and get him ready for his shoot. Can you imagine if I had a shoot tomorrow with my sty in my eye? I would cancel for sure. Okay, I'm feeling insecure about having a glass of wine on camera because yesterday I posted something that we went, okay, yesterday was our anniversary, like I mentioned, and Jeff and I uh, how we celebrated the anniversary was taking Annie for her very first shot, which, by the way, she nailed it. She was so good. She smiled the whole time, didn't cry once, had no bad reaction. Knock on wood. I'm so proud of her. I feel like we changed her formula as she turned 3 months, and since then, it's like the colic has, like, fingers crossed, but it's dissipated like significantly. Anyways, so we didn't like go out to celebrate. Like I said, we're gonna try to go see a movie soon, but um Jeff had bought me these beautiful flowers and got a bottle of champagne. And so we had a glass of champagne during the day and we went for a family walk. And I posted a picture about that. And someone had to go and yuck my yum, which is like one of my favorite sayings that you tell kids. Like, don't yuck their yum. So I'm watching her in the monitor and be like, I know it's your brand, but I feel like you're like drinking too much and like postpartum is real, which it triggered me so hard for so many reasons. I have postpartum and I've experienced postpartum depression, and like I'm actively working on it, and like having a glass of wine isn't like negating that. And I don't know, it just like really upset me because I feel like I hate all the judgment, and I feel like a lot of postpartum comes with like being stuck in your head and judging yourself. Whew. Working on not letting those comments get to me. Okay, I couldn't resist. I ended up asking for questions on Instagram, but every time I've started this part of the video, Annie's woken up, Annie woke up, awakened. I'm trying to like let her sort of lay there a little bit and see if she can go back to sleep, but I feel like all hope is lost. One question was, what's your favorite part of being a mom? This part is not my favorite part. The reason why my videos are so disjointed and like often posted at random times is because it's really, really hard to do this with a kid. I feel like I have to constantly stop, and I just want to make sure that she's okay and taken care of. So thank you for your patience. So a lot of the questions were about whether or not we would want to have another kid, which is so crazy. I know it's like such a natural question to ask people or parents after they have their first kid, but it's like, whoa, we just had one kid. Like, we just had a kid. Like, give us a moment. But it's definitely like such a natural question to ask. The thing is, like, Jeff and I have always been on the fence about having more than one, and like we've both been kind of like, one sounds like a great idea. Like, one kid's expensive enough, it's enough, like it's a lot, just generally speaking. But also, like, we know the importance of like a sibling, and like I really love my brother, and there's just so much good that comes from siblings, and a lot of our friends have 2 kids, and it's just kind of like a beautiful, complete feeling thing. That being said, we will not be having another kid, and that's a definite. Unless we end up adopting. I think I've talked about this maybe a little bit, but like basically this heart failure thing that I had will happen again if I get pregnant, or at least the chances are like very, very high. I would just have to be monitored very closely and be on medication, and like it would be a very tricky production, let's just say. And I think if anything I learned through childbirth is that like my body was like, we're good, this is as much as like my body can handle, and like I'm very grateful that I came out okay. But it was a close call, and the more I kind of like analyze and think about what really ended up going down, I'm like, it's just such a miracle, truly, that I'm okay. So yeah, and like after truly after being in that group yesterday, or was it yesterday? Oh my God, the days all mushed together. I'm just like, you know what? Annie's such a blessing. She is happy and healthy and like perfect, and like the fact that I'm okay now, like we're good. I'm counting my lucky stars, and like we're gonna do a one and done. So we will not be having another child unless, you know, somewhere down the line we decide to adopt. I think like this is it in terms of being like birthing a child. Someone asked how to keep your dog included with the new baby. Mine is feeling a little down about our 2-month-old, and like I totally get that. I think I've talked about it a little bit, but like we've made such an extensive effort to make sure she feels comfortable, Corny feels comfortable and included in everything. It's really, really hard, and like sometimes it's like so heartbreaking. Like I've cried about it several times in therapy, which sounds ridiculous, but listen, I'm processing my emotions. Because she's my baby. You know, family walks has been such a wonderful way to like, not only like get us out, get Annie out, but also like it gives Corny a sense of normalcy, and she's so happy when we're all out there together, and just like trying not to take away things that she had before. It's work, mind you, it is work. But like, you know, if Jeff is feeding Annie or changing Annie, I like try to go over to Corny and like cuddle with her. Like we really try to kind of go out of our way to spoil her with as much love as humanly possible, which comes pretty natural. But sometimes when you're in like the routine and you're stressed and you're like doing a million things, you're like, I gotta clean the bottles while you do this with Annie. It's like, wait. The bottles will get cleaned at some point. Go give Corny some loving. Ooh, Jeff just got here. I'll be right back. Jeff.
Yes.
I'm doing a Q&A.
Okay.
Well, this is just a teaser for the real Q&A that's coming.
Got it.
Someone asked what my favorite pasta shape was.
Well...
What's your favorite pasta shape?
Thanks for asking. I like a rotini, which is what you've been having, because we had a choice between penne and rotini, and you've been gravitating towards
Close
the
that.
rotini.
People freak out when you leave. Oh, don't slam it. She's sleeping. Welcome to my nightmare. Okay, wait.
Rotini.
A rotini is the swirl?
It's the spiral.
Okay.
I like a bow tie too. I can't remember the name of that. Is that tagliatelle? I can't remember. Bad Italian.
I
Bow
like
tie.
any gluten-free pasta.
That's not a shape.
And what's our go-to TV show when we're just wanting to zone out?
Shark Tank.
Jeff.
I got it right. I know the thing that we watch.
It would have taken me like 20 minutes to get there.
Because you're already zoned out by the time it's time to watch this.
By the time we like sit down on the couch, I am passed out.
Or it used to be a Bobby Flay, a Beat Bobby Flay, or a Bobby Flay's triple threat, but you've violently
Okay, I would get back to Beat Bobby
rejected
Flay
Bobby
because
Flay.
the problem with Bobby Flay triple threat is that it's too long.
Come here.
It's too long.
Beat Bobby Flay is 20 minutes.
No, triple threat.
It's 35 minutes.
Too many segments. I'm
Too.
passed out by the. All right, the question thing is still up on Instagram, so head over there quickly and send me your questions, and maybe next video I'll do like a full sit down with a Q&A if you want to see that. Give this a thumbs up. Also, I guess you can leave them in the comments below if you have any questions. Sorry today was so disjointed and all over the place, but that's my life, and that's also daylight savings. Jeff, are you feeling the wrath of daylight savings?
I will for the next 6 months.
Or is that just Annie's savings?
I hate daylight savings.
Do you hate both daylight savings?
No, and I hate this one even more because I was supposed to get an extra hour, but it was ripped from me by my child.
We have been initiated into parenthood via daylight savings. Thank you guys for being here. Love you very much, and I will see you next week. Stay tuned. A Cupshe try-on video is coming, which means I have to shave my legs. I'm really not looking forward to that. I can barely take a shower. I barely have time to take a shower. But we will somehow shave my legs and try on some bathing suits. So stay tuned for that. See you next time. Bye.